to talk about something that I've been seeing, well, not a lot, but, a few times lately in the news, on social media and whatnot. But it is, some black people getting so upset, because someone mentions cotton, or the fact that, our ancestors picked cotton. One of the instances recently was, it was Black History Month in February. So, in school, teachers do different things, to celebrate Black History Month. So one of the things one teacher did, and I've forgotten where it was exactly, but what they did was they took the children to a cotton field. And so maybe it was in the Delta or somewhere, I don't know, in the South for sure. So they took the children to a cotton field, to let them experience, what it was like to pick cotton, So they were out there picking cotton. And one of the parents got really upset because they had, and these were, I believe they were, I'm not sure if they were all black students, but it may have been all black students. And they were really upset, because their child was out there in the cotton field, and supposedly the child thought that it was a fun game, it was just a fun game. But of course the parent got all upset about it, you got my child out there in the cotton field. Well, I just don't agree with getting upset over that. I really don't. Because number one, your child, and I believe these were either middle school or high school students, and so a child that age should really have some idea of what cotton is all about, especially if you're living in the South, especially if you're living in the Delta, you should know something about the history of cotton, and slaves picking cotton. But I mean, it is really, I just think it's going overboard to get upset over these things. And to me, you're teaching your child to look at history in the wrong way, to get upset about it. And now, I'm not saying that, it was a good thing for my people to be enslaved, and being forced to pick cotton. That's not the issue, To me, the real thing that we should get out of that is, number one, our people survived all of that hardship. They were some strong folks, I'm here to tell you, because they survived it all, picking cotton and all of the other things they went through, the horror, being treated bad, being killed, all of that, and then having the guts to try to do something about it, Think about the Underground Railroad, I mean, you had to be pretty doggone brave to even think about doing something like that, but really, my point is that yes, our ancestors did pick cotton. Yes, they did. But I am really proud of my ancestors. I am. I will never be ashamed of them. No, I won't. Now, what I do think we should be teaching our children is that they should do what it takes to make sure that our people never have to do that again. You know, all of this willy-wash, you hurt my feelings, I'm gonna sue you. You know, you got my child out here picking cotton, you know, and all of that. You know, first of all, your child, you know, your child probably ain't even strong enough to endure, you know, the things that the slaves endured back then. But you're so appalled at them having to just know about cotton. Nobody's trying to put them in the cotton field. They should know about cotton and what our ancestors went through. There was another instance where the children had visited the governor's mansion, I think. It was this governor with this controversy about, you know, the blackface thing. Well, anyway, his wife was given a tour of the mansion. And I guess she had some cotton there, you know. And she gave the children, you know, some of the cotton to handle, you know. And she asked them how would they feel, you know, could they imagine having to pick this cotton all day long. And one of the black students said that they felt really uncomfortable, you know, with her giving them the cotton and asking that question. Well, you know what? I am really saddened that that child felt that way. But I think it's our fault as parents and as black people and as leaders that our children would feel intimidated by just handling some cotton and being asked how would they feel, or could they imagine having to pick cotton all day long. And they're upset and thinking somebody's, you know, trying to humiliate them and, you know, all of that. No, I really don't know what that woman's intention was. But whatever it was, which I hesitate to think, I hope she wasn't trying to be mean. I don't think she was. But regardless, what that child should have been able to do, in my opinion, is to say, no ma'am, I can't imagine picking this cotton all day long. And I don't even want to think about my ancestors having to pick this cotton all day long. But I thank God that they survived this hardship. And I'm going to do everything I can as a citizen, as an American, to make sure that my people don't ever have to do that kind of thing again. That's what you ought to be telling your children, you know? Really and truly. Instead of having them being ashamed, you know, of their ancestors being slaves, when they ought to be proud of them because they survived that. And we are still here today. I think we are making our young people weak when we do such, you know, we're not teaching them the real deal. Yes, it was bad. Oh, yes. And we should not, you know, let anybody, you know, try to put us in that position again. But all of this, oh, you done hurt my feelings. Talking about my ancestors being slaves and showing me this cotton. I mean, look at I'm sorry. But anyway, that's how I feel about it. I'm not blaming the children because it's not their fault. It's not those children's fault. It is our fault as parents and leaders that these children, you know, are coming up like this, you know, and feeling so intimidated because somebody's showing them a piece of cotton. Oh, come on now. Anyway, that's all I have to say about it. And I just think we should be trying to put more into our children than this, this idea that no one can, anyway, it's just crazy in my opinion. That's all I have to say about it. And until next time, over and out.